Good morning, my most amazing artist. Today I'm going to show you how to draw one of these Franken boys or Franken girls, and I'm going to show both of them on my video today. We're going to walk through how to do this step by step together. The first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we put our name on the back of our paper with a pencil. So I've got two papers here. I'm going to write my name on the back of both of these with a pencil. You're just going to have one paper because you're drawing either the boy or the girl, but I'm going to show both. Then I'm going to flip them over so the side facing up is blank, and I turn them so that they are vertical or portrait, which is up and down long ways. On this side, I'm going to show the boy. On this side, I'm going to show the girl. So the first thing that we want to do on our paper, if you're making the boy, we're going to come down a little bit from the top, and we're going to make a U shape for the boy's head. This is if you're doing the boy, a U shape for his head right up here. If you're doing the girl's going to have taller hair, so we're going to leave a little bit more space at the top, and then we're going to make our U shape for the girl, but leaving a little bit more space at the top for the girl's hair. Step 2 on the boy. Step 2 on the boy, we're going to make a zigzag line that goes across. Step 2 on the girl is also a zigzag line that goes across. On the boy, I'm going to make a little short line on each side that kind of comes up a little bit. And then I'm going to zigzag across it for the top of the boy's hair. On my girl, I'm going to do this a little different. She's going to have tall hair, so I'm going to come right here on the side and make a line that kind of wavies up towards the top, like a squiggly line up towards the top. And then when I get to the top, I'm going to connect the girls with a zigzag that goes across like that. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is on the boy, we're going to add a little C shape on each side for his ears. And same thing for the girl. I go right here under the hair. Inside of the right ear, I make a little 6 shape for the little squiggly lines in your ear, and on the other ear I make a backwards 6 looking shape for the squiggly lines inside the ear. Same thing on the boy, a 6 for the little squiggly and a backwards 6 for the little squiggly folds of the ear. For the eyes, I'm going to make 2 circles. For the girl, 2 circles. Inside of the circles, I'm going to make a smaller circle. I put it kind of in the top, and I just kind of make it almost like a C up in there for this smaller circle. And what I do is I leave the small circle that I just made white, and I color in the background around it with my black Sharpie. For my girl, I'm going to give her a few little eyelashes, just 3 that stick out from the side, and they kind of curl upward a little bit. And I'm also going to give her 2 eyebrows. Everyone has eyebrows, so my boy is going to get some eyebrows too. Both of them are going to get this big open mouth, so I'm going to make a line and then a big U shape that touches the line. Big open mouth. Both of them are going to get a little U shape for their nose. I'm going to make some little teeth. I'm just going to do 3 up here at the top, and then like 3 at the bottom. Same on my girl. she might just have 2 because her mouth is smaller. If yours has a bigger mouth, you can fit the 3. I want to leave the teeth white, but I'm going to color in the space behind the teeth black. And I got to do that carefully so I don't mess up the teeth that I just drew. And I want it to look neat. I don't want it to look scribbly or sloppy. So take your time, go slow, and fill in that background behind the teeth so it looks like that the mouth is like deep, like an empty open space where their mouth is wide open. The next thing we're going to do after the teeth is we're going to give them some little stitches on their faces and their heads to look like Frankensteins that have been put together. You could really put these in any place, but I usually like to put one kind of over here near the forehead, and I make just kind of a line that curves a little. And then I go across that line with little short lines like this to make it look like he's been sewn up right there. And then I usually put one kind of over here on the cheek and do the same thing. A couple little lines going across. And he might even have one down here on his chin. On my girl, same thing. Wherever you have some little spaces, you could put them on her cheek. You could put one on her chin. She might have one over here on the side of her head. Next, we're going to make their bodies, okay? So, for the boy, he's going to have just this little U shape that comes down and up for part of his body. And then we're going to give another little U shape at the top of it for the neck of his, like, shirt. Our girl's is going to be like a dress, so hers is going to come out almost like we're making a triangle, and then we're going to connect hers across and give her a little U shape also for the neck of her dress. For the boy, he's going to get a Frankenstein belt, so I'm going to put a square in the middle or a rectangle, and I put a smaller one on the inside. Same for my girl. I'm going to come over here and put a square or a rectangle with a smaller one on the inside for the buckle. To make the rest of the belt, I just go from the side to the edge of her outfit with 2 straight lines on that side. And I do the same thing over here from the side of the buckle to the edge of her dress. And I also want to do this on the boy, from the buckle to his clothes, buckle to the side of his clothes like that. I'm going to give my boy 2 legs that stick down. If you are out of space, just draw it till it hits the edge, and then it's like he is going off the edge of the paper, and that's fine. I'm going to do the same on my girl, but I'm going to make her legs a little bit skinnier. Alright, for my boy, his little foot is going to come out and then to the back and up. Same thing over here. It comes out this way like a sideways U or like a backward C. And then you just bring it back and then up to touch. And we can put a little line across and a line across. And this can be his boots, and you can fill this in with your black if you want, or you could wait until later when we have our colors on the table and you could color this a color if you want to. I already started coloring mine in, so I'm going to finish this one boot really fast, and then we'll move to the next one. It's a boot, like a Frankenstein boot. Frankenstein's wear boots. Okay, over here on my girl, I'm going to give her kind of like a high heel, okay? So this one's going to stick out like the letter C, kind of, but it's stretched out long. Same over this way. But then I want to give her like a high heel, so I'm going to come up like a V and down, and then make a little rectangular heel. Up like a V, and down, and then a rectangular heel. It's like she's got a little platform boot, and then I can put a little top on it. If you want to give your girls leggings like stripes, you could go across and put some little lines for stripes on her legs. Also on my girl, I'm going to put some of these streaks through her hair. So I make these like little snaky lines beside each other. So I can color these with the little white streaks that are often on the Bride of Frankenstein's hair. Alright, last thing we need is the arms and the bolts. So let's get that finished up. These are little cartoon creatures, so the first arm is just going to come from the neck and stick down like this. From the neck, and I go kind of like at an angle. Some skinny little arms. They're Frankenstein, so you give as many fingers as you want, but typically your thumbs are towards your body, so I make a little C shape for the thumbs towards the body. And then I usually just do like some random amount of fingers, like on this guy, he might just have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And they just look kind of like a W shape, but an extra little thing on it. Okay, same on our girl. I'm going to come from the neck. I'm going to make her arms stick down and out. Down and out. I give a little C shape towards her body, and then a backward C on this side. That's her thumbs, like her thumbs are pointing towards herself. And then fingers, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you wanted to draw her some additional little like fingernails, you could add some. Alrighty. Last thing would be the bolts. So I make the bolts come out of the side of the face. I know that they actually come from the neck, but our little creatures really don't have a neck. So I'm going to make 2 lines that stick out here. Same on this side. 2 lines that stick out. Then I make a line that goes up and a line that goes down. Up, down. I'm going to do the same thing on the boy. 2 lines that stick out. 2 lines that stick out. On the top one, it points up. On the bottom one, it points down. Top one, short line pointing up. Bottom one, short line pointing down. Okay, let's make the rest of the bolt. We do a little short line that goes to the side. Short line that goes to the side. Same on the boy, little short line on the top, short line on the bottom, short line on the top, short line on the bottom. And then all we have to do is make a vertical line that goes up and down and connects the 2 together. Connect them together, connect them together. And it looks like a block letter T, like if we were going to do like a block letter or a bubble letter of the letter T. It's kind of like a T stuck out from the side of their necks. Alright, last step is some lightning bolts coming out from them. I like to go from her head to like the top corner, and I make a big zigzag. Then I come underneath it and I do another zigzag that matches it. Same thing over here. And then I just copy the zigzag underneath so that I get like a bold zigzag line. This gives me something I can color in when it's time to color. I also like to do one down here, zigzag towards the bottom, and then copy it so so it makes it like a bold one. Like I'm going to the bottom of my paper. You could have some out the sides if you wanted to, but that's basically it. I'm going to do the same thing on my boy. I go from somewhere by his ear up towards the top, and then I copy that zigzag line again. Big zigzag so that I get a big bold lightning bolt. And one more towards the bottom corner and copy it. Touches him. And then I'm ready to color. If you wanted to add some other details, you could, but we also want to make sure we get some time to color these before our class time is up. So I'm going to pass out some really bright colors of markers, and you can use them to color your Franken boys or Franken girls, depending on which one you drew. I hope you guys had fun with this and enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what y'all made.